is going on, guys? It's Quick from the Quick Media here, and today it is the first episode of the new series MOC Spotlight. Now, in this series, we are going to be taking a look at some of my mocks that I do, because I don't only do bioformers. I sometimes do just mocks, like things that don't transform. Although there is a feature with this one that is considerably a transformation, but I don't really look at it as a bioformer or as a part of my bioformer series. This is more of a mock for me. But in today's spotlight, we are going to be taking a look at Hazard. Now, Hazard, as you can see, he has like a very straight stance. He's not that bulky, although he has a lot of armor. And that armor just, I love how it comes through, like the shines and everything of the silver, because mainly this guy is from silver armor parts. As you can see, the legs are silver, the arm panels are silver, the chest is even silver, but there is that dark silver, that gunmetal gray for the chest, and also on the back, that is silver. But we are going to be talking about why this junk is here a little later when we get to the feature. But of course, he has very basic posability. He has 360 in the arms. Now his arms, like his forearms, they can only go this far back and this far outward because of the armor kind of blocking it. But you do have this chance to swivel it, which is nice. And of course, the arms can move. Same for the other side. 360 in the head. It can look anywhere. And then very limited posability to the legs. It can only kick that far, and nothing for behind. You can bend the knees that far back, and yeah, and you can pose the legs any way you want to. So yeah, that's basically it for his posability. Now let's talk about some of his engineering. Taking a look at some of his engineering right here. First, I'm going to come to the head. I'm going to just oh god, this is falling apart, but I'm first going to just remove the head so we can get a better look at the head and how it's done. So I've basically used a simple kind of older, if this can focus for me, I used a kind of older, oh my god, it doesn't focus, but basically I used a older like Hero Factory and older Bionicle series head. It's a very classic head, and I like to use it a lot. It's a great head mold. And so I attached two of these clear red spike pieces, and these are actually the eyes of the robot. So these eyes that are kind of painted in to the face mold, those kind of disappear, because I used one of these early Toamata armor pieces, and I just kind of attached it to the top of the head, and that basically covers up the eyes in the middle that are molded into the head mold, and still retains the nose and the mouth mold, and gives kind of this illusion that his eyes are kind of like next to the armor. So yeah, it's about that for the head. I really didn't want to go for a mask that was already molded and all that things, because I thought, like, hey, let's go for something a little more unique. And this is like one of the only things I can talk about with engineering. The limbs are very basic, the back, you can see these little pieces, these little rods that are used for the cannons in a lot of Hero Factory sets are attached to these arms that go through right here and attach right to the back right there. And that is the same with the other side. And between both arms there is a two-sided connector, and in the middle of the connector there's a ball joint which this whole assembly attaches to, that carries both of these shovel pieces from 2015 Onua. So yeah, that's about it for his backpack. And now let's talk a bit about who Hazard is really as a character. So kind of talking about who he is as a character in my series. I don't picture him as a bad guy. I more picture him as an anti-hero, and he sometimes helps out the good guys, but he is also kind of a bad guy. He does robberies here and there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay, because the heroes and everyone that are part of this story that Hazard is part of, they are coming later. They're currently under engineering, and they're currently in the process of being built, but it won't take as long, and they will all have their individual MOC Spotlights, because I really want to continue on this series, because I really like the idea of it. So yeah, Hazard kind of takes up the anti-hero role in my story, but yeah, he's a pretty cool character, and I think his appearance really just channels that coolness through. I'll give you like a full look at him right now. You can see everything about him. Of course, the camera doesn't do justice for him as an appearance, but it is a very like nice looking MOC, or at least I think. But now let's get into his feature, which is his chest cannon. He has a chest cannon, which is actually kind of the transformation bit I was talking about earlier in the video. You can make a chest cannon from these bits on the back and on the front, so we're going to get into that. So first we're going to lift the arms up. Oh, sorry, I just knocked the tripod. And we're going to come to these pieces, these cannon pieces right here, and we're going to fold them out. You can see some pieces appearing right there, and we're going to fold them out to the back. We're going to come to the back. We're going to grab these two sections and fold them out, kind of flail them out, and lift them up, like so. Now we're going to just rotate everything around. All of the limbs are going to be rotated around, because that's how the chest cannon will work. So we're going to rotate everything around, and then it's going to be pretty basic. So first of all, you're going to come to these pieces, which we looked at earlier, and using this rod and these axle bars right here, we combine them and attach them to each other. Yeah, and you can even kind of squeeze it if you want to have a much more tighter look. And then both of these panels kind of just go on them, and like so. And so yeah, that's what we basically do. And here we have the chest cannon. It is a very awesome looking cannon, and this is his primary weapon, although he does use like miniature weapons, but this is his primary weapon. He shoots out from his chest. Big energy beams come from this, and I think it's pretty damn cool, in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, he is just the first edition of MOC Spotlight, and there are many more to come filling in this story of mine that I'm currently creating. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please give me a like if you did so. If you are not subscribed, please consider it. It's easy and free, and we do a lot of fun stuff like this, and we will definitely continue to do that in the future. And yeah, that's all I had to say for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I was Chris Rich, and I will see you on the other side. Peace!